All right. Well, I've been wanting to do this for a while.
Yes, you have.
I feel like we've kind of always had like a podcast flow, but it was never consistent enough.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Well, like we started doing content when we first moved to New York, and that was January 2021.
We started doing content when we moved to Torrance.
Yeah, but I mean like actually doing like a personal, hey, this is our vlog, or hey, like here's a life update. Remember we did like your IVF stuff, and on our channel now still you can go back and like watch, like we did like a 17-minute 9 things you want to know about IVF.
Oh yeah.
It was with these mics.
Yeah, we did the pregnancy thing.
Yeah, so we've been doing content, let's say, for almost 2 years now in New York.
Yes.
But we haven't had a consistent weekly podcast.
You are correct.
I've been trying to do one with Ben, and Ben and Billy's is out, but we've only done...
What's up?
We've only done 2 episodes, so we were just talking the other day, and I'm like, what if Randy and I just did some weekly stuff and started talking about like what's going on in life, or like what's going on in culture, or what's going on in our family, or just, you know, the latest.
That's enough.
That's enough. What do you mean?
Like talking about what's going on in our life, and talking about what's going on in church, and talking about what's going on in our family, and talking about what's going on in work. That's a full-time podcast.
That's a lot in itself.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
Are we
so
like
we're starting
saying this is like for real? Oh, go ahead. Sorry. There's your
Yeah, I was going to say, so we're saying that we're starting a podcast.
We're starting a podcast.
With the Heathers.
With the Heathers. WTH.
Yay.
WTH podcast.
Awesome. So
which
how did
is also like, what the hell?
Yeah. Which, believe me, our life feels like that at times.
What the hell?
Yeah, just in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but crazy.
Very.
Yeah. What's the first podcast you ever listened to that comes to mind?
What was it called? It was a murder mystery podcast for sure.
Okay.
Dang, I can like hear her voice too. I don't even remember what it's called.
Like somewhat people just talking about like past crimes, or
yeah, previous crimes that have happened. So the person would sit down with like all of the notes of like a case of what happened. So say it was like Casey Anthony. Do you know who Casey Anthony is?
Yes.
So they would sit down with the entire backstory of Casey Anthony's life, her home upbringing, her family, parents, where they grew up, all that stuff like that, to give you the idea of what Casey Anthony really grew up in. Then they tell the story of what happened in the actual case, all the facts of the case, how the court proceedings went, what people were convicted of, what the like final
What do you remember
happened.
What year that was, the Casey Anthony stuff? Had to have been like almost 10 years ago now, right?
Oh, way more than that.
Really?
Yeah, maybe. Oh, Casey Anthony? No, probably like... Yeah, probably in the last 15 years.
So podcasting was when did podcasting become a big thing? I know Joe Rogan probably started in what, like 2008, I think.
Yeah, everybody that I followed was far after that. I started getting into it probably in like 2016.
2009. Joe Rogan started.
Yeah, see, I didn't start really watching podcasts or listening to podcasts till 2016, which is another controversial thing because I've always been a watcher of podcasts, not a listener. Does
really?
that make sense?
Yeah. So you, in a sense, like that you're listening on like Spotify, or
no? I watch them on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
I remember when I talked to you about podcasting, when Sam and I were starting ours, which we'll get to that right now.
Yeah.
I remember telling you like a video and an audio, and you're like, why would we do a video? And I'm like, because people watch, like they'll put it on.
Yes. Because I had been so used to podcasts being like church audio sermons that were called podcasts, but you were watching them. And it just didn't make any sense to have like a video
of people
of a conversation. Yeah,
because people have always seen podcasting more as like a radio thing,
right?
Like just audio. But when I started watching Kendall Ray, she's another murder mystery girl. When I started watching Kendall Ray, her style of videos was similar, where you could watch or listen and still get all the facts, and I liked always watching. So same thing with podcasts. When I told you who I like to watch podcasting by, I feel like it's like a conversation you don't have to be a part of. So having them on the screen and seeing what they look like and their reactions to each other's conversations always feels like much more of a conversation.
Well, that's the thing. When you're just listening to something, you have to kind of paint the picture of like what they look like or what their reaction is. And someone was saying that podcasting was like the new wave of like social media. And in my head, I'm going like, it's just talk radio.
Kinda, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's probably platformed differently, and it's a different kind of genre of conversation now, is more accessible online,
for sure.
versus like, this is what we talk about, politics only on the radio or sports only. So it's pretty cool that, like, you know, even us, we can be like radio. Doing stuff, because you've done a podcast already. We've got the church one.
Yeah.
You know, we've tried to get some going ourselves, but
we have the Good News podcast. Good News Pod. Yes. Shout out.
Good News Pod.
Last year, was it last year?
Last year.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, 2021.
My friend and I, Sam, did a podcast for one season. It was called Secrets of a Church Girl.
Yeah.
Insert clip here.
A clip?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, where are the clips at?
All the audio?
Yeah.
It's still up on Secrets of a Church Girl.
Is the YouTube's channel still up?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought that, like, you guys deleted everything and it was just, like, embarrassing. Like, you no longer wanted it out there.
No, I don't care.
What's the thing with, like, girls? That seems like that happens a lot. Like, it's either pictures. Like,
oh, my gosh. That drives me crazy.
Well, hold on a second, because I feel like at times you do this where it's like...
Wait, hold on, what?
Yeah, hold on. Like, if you see a picture you don't like, and then it's like, you delete it, get it gone before anyone else can possibly ever see it.
Yeah, period. Those are pictures. Not, like, really hard worked on content.
Got it. Okay, so that was a great season then. You would call that content, hard worked.
Content, yeah.
How long did we do it? How many episodes?
12 episodes.
12 episodes, y'all, every week.
It was a whole season.
Yeah, it was great. And it was cool because we had a little live switcher too, to where all the posts. You were producing
it for sure.
Yeah, listen, I put it on my resume, my first official
pod. Yeah, I did that one. And then we used to do sit downs, which were like podcast. I feel like they were just podcasts.
Yeah, they were kind of like a podcast. We just never had like a consistent.
What podcasts were.
Right.
Because you didn't accept that for a while. You were like, sit downs, and I'm like, it's a podcast. You're like, it's a sit down. It's a podcast.
Yeah, but that's the title of the podcast was Sit Downs. That was, I think, what we were calling it.
But I thought that was just a style of video.
Well, that's what I started calling it, and then you said, well, we need a name, and I'm like, it's a sit down. That's what we're doing. But I've always enjoyed, like, taking the simple approach on names. Even like back in like youth ministry, I remember I'd come to you and I would say, I got an idea for a sermon series, and you would go, what is it? And I would go, Road.
Influence.
Yeah, Influence was a great series.
It was a great series.
Yeah, that makes sense, because that's one of those words that's like sexy. And
yeah,
like
and then
John Maxwell uses that word.
You wanted to start a creative painting ministry, and you wanted to call the ministry Paint.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, because we had like some...
Paint.
Well, hold on a second.
That was the name. Just Paint.
Yeah, but we had like some kids that were into like graffiti and stuff.
Yeah.
And they would, show up at church, and they were getting in trouble for like tagging at school. Or I had a kid every week, he would be there, and our running conversation was didn't go to jail this week, PB. And I'm like, great, because he was out like tagging in North Indio and stuff like that. And so we were like, let's come up with like a way to bring these kids off the street, and we got to come up with a cool name. And I just was like, we called it Paint. What's wrong with that? That's a great name.
Funny. It's just so on brand.
Yeah, I like the simpler approach to names and things that like you understand them right away.
Okay. So what kind of podcasts do you listen to?
It varies. So I've listened to like some
What do you listen to, Billy?
I've listened to like comedy podcasts. Like I love like different podcasts with like whether it's like stand-up comedians or it's like people talking.
Yeah.
I listen
people
to
talking, yep. We look for that in a podcast.
I mean comedians talking, like not necessarily doing stand-up comedy, but it's like
interviewing
Kevin
people.
Hart. Yeah, that if you would say what kind of podcast, I probably like interviews more than anything.
Yeah.
I like podcasts when someone is like getting interviewed and they're trying to like stir up drama.
Okay.
Like I like when someone's trying to find out something and they're interviewing somebody. And
so like
I'll listen.
Drama channels?
Not necessarily like, the kind of drama you think.
It's like interview.
Yeah,
and
like
they
more
ask
so
the questions that nobody wants to ask.
Yep. And then I listen to sports podcasts.
Like Dave Portnoy.
Yeah, Barstool Sports. Listen to a couple podcasts and like John Mark Comer stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So it varies, but it's exciting to know that we're going to start one together.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
Because I feel like we have a lot going on in our life.
Yeah.
And we live together, so there's no excuses why we can't film.
Right. Yeah, I think so. I'm excited. I think give us like a update in a few minutes of like what's been going on in life with the Heathers, like between us, between like our child and our family living
Yeah,
here.
well, she's what, 19 months now? 18? About 18 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 20 months.
20 months.
20 months. She is 20 months old, y'all. And she is like a hoot. She's talking more. She is so sweet in like how she shows affection now. And so when we get home or we go to George's house to pick her up after like the day, and we walk in, she'll go, "Mama, Dada," and like run over and hug us. It's the sweetest thing. And then in the bath the other day, what did she do?
Oh yeah, she got in the bath the other day and she literally just said, "Ah," she looked around. "I want bubbles." I want bubbles.
She said, "I want bubbles." And so she's starting to like actually communicate what she wants when she wants it. So that's cool. She's been a little inconsistent in sleep, probably over the last couple of weeks, huh? Yeah, shout out to all the couples that work through baby sleep patterns, because if you're not on the same page about responsibilities with who's doing what in the relationship, the sleeping patterns will ruin the relationship.
Amen.
But if there's a common understanding that, okay, you're going to do this, I'm going to do that. I'm going to support you. You're going to support me.
Amen.
And our goal is just to get that baby down. No one's taking things personal. No one is getting all bent out of shape. It's like, let's get this baby down and then we can chill.
Preach, white boy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
She's been a little out of whack though, huh?
She has been. But yeah, I think our flow is on lock.
Yeah.
I do nights, you do mornings.
Yep.
So it's not often that she is sleeping like this anymore, but when it comes, it jacks us up because we're used to sleeping again.
Yeah, and we that's the one thing when people ask me, what has changed since you've had a kid? And I've said, well, I just remember like the week before she was born, how I slept. I've never felt that way since. Like we've slept and rested. It's just never been the same.
It's not the same.
Even when you rest as a parent, you're like, it's different.
Oh yeah, we've been out of town together without her, and it still is like I check my phone if I wake up in the middle of the night, or by the time that we go out and we're gone, our sleep pattern is to wake up at 1 and 5 every morning, anyways. So yeah. But she's been a lot better. I think the fact that we do have a flow of how the night goes every single night, it's like the same thing. Billy gets bottle ready. I get her in her bath. And while I'm giving her the bath and getting her all lotion and all that stuff like that, Billy's laying out her bedtime stuff, like her pajamas, her diaper, sleep sack, all the stuff like that. So, yeah, y'all, if y'all don't have like a flow with your significant other that you are raising a child with, and you find yourself arguing or just like bickering often, 10 out of 10 recommend a schedule that y'all both agree on.
Get something consistent going.
And so you're not doing it alone, whether that is husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. You will in time get resentful because you're doing it by yourself, and it's harder and harder and harder and harder. So definitely think that's been
but I feel like
for
us, like we've really attacked that on together, so that all the hard work builds up to moments of like, okay, we know we're doing this so we have some alone time, or we know we're doing this so we can accomplish other things. Like it's pretty late right now as we're filming, and that's why we kind of sound kind of tired.
Yeah, sorry.
Because we actually have a moment to do it.
Yeah. So we'll lay Atlas down, and then after.
So what's the routine? Why don't you share with them like our bedtime routine, like what step by step what happens? Usually, depending on when she wakes up in the afternoon, will depend on what time she goes to sleep. But usually, how do you know she's starting to get tired?
I feel like she's very clear when she's tired. Like it's very obvious.
Yeah, she's like throwing herself around.
Yeah, she'll find anywhere to lay. Anywhere.
Yeah. Like, dude, I've seen her laying on hardwood floor. Like there's pillows right here. She has a room with carpet, and she'll just be laying on the floor. Like
earlier today, she just laid on the kitchen floor. So that's when
it's usually a sign
you're tired.
Okay. So first step is let's get her upstairs.
Let's get her upstairs. And because just in the last like month, she has become very much able to communicate exactly what she wants, which is new to us.
Wow.
So before like saying let's go upstairs, it was always yes, mama.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, dada. Now it's like no upstairs.
No, she knows now.
Yeah, because she knows when we're going upstairs at night that it's bedtime. So we have to do a little bartering, and then we get her upstairs. And she always gets excited for the bath now. So that's pretty easy. She gets upstairs and
Yep.
it's straight to the restroom to get her in the bathtub.
Yeah. Usually while she's in the bath, I'm prepping the bottle, warming up the milk.
Yeah, this is normally around 7:30, 7:45. We're getting her in the bathtub.
And then I'll come up with the bottle, go into the room, make sure that she has her pajamas, her bottle, her pacifier, or her lotion and creams, depending on the week that she's had. And
The sound machine.
turn on the sound machine, make sure the lights are off, make sure that the monitor, baby monitor's connected and working properly.
Yep, he has a list.
Yes.
You've been killing it, dude. Yeah, that's your
Yes.
part. And then get her in the bath. She has her bath time, does the whole thing, has all fun, plays with all toys. We tend to rotate her toys out very often now because we notice it makes her more excited for the bath. And then for Christmas, she's getting a bunch of bath time toys.
Good,
She's getting this little like thing that floats around that spits water and it colors up. It's so cute. So she does a bath, then we get her out. And she has this cute little towel that just has a hood on it. So she likes, right when she gets out of the bath, we dry her and she looks for you.
Yeah, so she'll
Now-
put on like the hooded towel with the lobsters on it. And then it usually gives me a nighttime kiss.
Yeah, she always looks for dad now. Like today she came out of the bath and she looked around, she goes, Tata!
And I was downstairs and she yelled, Tata. So I went upstairs. She
Yeah.
gave me a kiss, besito.
Which is always another thing to reiterate where you're going to bed.
Right.
And then we lay her down.
Well, she's starting to do this new thing now where after she gives me a kiss, she runs into our room and points at our bed.
Yes.
And says, a bed, a bed, a bed.
Yes,
And it's
yes.
like out of nowhere.
Just
like
in the
no
last 2
one
weeks.
said, come on in.
She doesn't sleep in our room.
Yeah.
She hasn't slept in our room in
6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just literally like the
Yeah.
last few days, she'll walk into our room and point, I bet this bed,
It's
this
so
bed.
funny.
And I'm like, girl.
Yeah, it's so funny.
So get her in bed. I will do all her lotions, her diaper, her pajamas, her sleep sack. And normally during all of that fun, we're singing. So
Yeah.
before I would just sing her Jesus Loves Me. But now it's like I will start singing a song and sometimes she'll say, no, no, twinkle, twinkle, no, no, ABC.
And she's got song requests now.
Yeah, she has song requests. So we'll be sing to her to sleep and then we pray. And that's when I give her her bottle and then she just dozes off into the night. And see, this is her right now. She's asleep. Perfect little girl. And she's going to sleep till till tomorrow around what, 8 o'clock,
Yeah.
7:45.
Yep.
And that's our bedtime routine with
That's
Daddy.
our bedtime. Yep.
She uses Honest diapers if you wonder.
Yeah.
She's allergic to Pampers Pure.
Yeah. Let us know if you want in the comments if you want any kind of like questions on what we do with her or toys. I know especially like moms love to know
Yeah.
like what types of lotions you use or what types of
Yes.
thing like that. All shout out to all the moms.
And dads that
Yeah,
do
and
this.
dads. If you guys need any tips or tricks or lists.
Or if you just want a baby episode where it's like all things
Yeah, that'd be cool.
routine of Addie.
Yeah. Show us some love in the comments if you actually want a baby episode.
That would be awesome, I
We'll
think.
break down everything. So that's been our life. I mean, that's it. You've been looking at schools.
Yeah.
Yeah. How exciting.
So excited.
Yes. To
Yeah.
go back to, well, not go back to, I don't know if you didn't ever go to college, huh?
No, I just went to
Cosmetology.
cosmetology school.
Yeah.
Trade school, which
Trade school's
whatever
cool.
you call it.
This would be trade school or no?
No, this is like I have an associate's degree after this. So
So cool.
yeah, I'm
Wow,
going back
all
to school.
official.
Going back to school to enter into the medical field. I feel like some people are gonna be like, "What?"
Yeah, well, it's been something we've been talking about for a couple reasons. One, being church planners in a new city, town. It's not even a city, it's a town. We've been here almost 2 years, and we're just realizing, like, okay, Randy's always had a job. She's always had something going on, and hair and makeup's been good out here, but I think you're wondering, like, what's something long term
Yeah, I've done
that I
hair
can
and
be
makeup.
proud of, Yeah.
Yeah, I've done hair and makeup for 10 years. So I think getting here, I was just asking I want to keep a job. I
Yeah.
enjoy working. I enjoy like having something additional to like our life. And yeah, I think like you said, we got here and it was just like what I started doing weddings on just the weekends. And right now I'm at a salon. And I have fun and it's awesome. And I think I'll always do hair and makeup in some capacity. I don't think I'll ever stop doing family and close friends, especially weddings. I love doing weddings. So, yeah, I've done that for a long time. And it was just kind of came to the point where it was like, is this what I want to do? Because either way, I'm going to have to put 2 to 3 years in building till we get to the point that we want to be financially. Building a clientele, building like relationship, building equity, rapport, all that stuff with people, the community to do this, which is awesome. But again, I have done it for 10 years. Right. And I'm somebody who likes new and like changing things. And so, yeah, the question was like, I'm going to put 2 to 3 years into a career path. The question is it going to be this again here? And I don't think I want it to be that anymore. Again, like I said, I think I'll always do it, but it'll change in its capacity. And so I also don't have a heart to be brought on staff anytime soon at Gospel. So.
I don't think at our church the plan is for both of us to be on staff. I think from the jump that wasn't the plan. So I'm excited though. Is there anything in you that's like nervous about?
Go ahead.
About like the school process, like.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, what do you mean?
I'm
what do you mean?
So nervous.
How so?
In many ways. Well, okay.
Because at college cosmetology school, you're not really like taking notes like on like history though, or
no,
like on
not
like
history, but you're definitely taking notes
English
on like
comp and all that. Like,
no, you're doing more like chemistry and like anatomy of the hair, layers
biology.
A little bit of biology as far as like skin layers and.
I'm over here talking about like I know the difference of each class.
Yeah, I can't tell you the difference either. Yeah.
Okay, so you do feel nervous.
Yeah, I feel nervous about like writing papers every week and like I know English composition, like those are classes that like they assign you books to read and like you have 5 chapters and you have to do a thesis. So yeah, I'm nervous about that. I'm nervous just about memorizing stuff because I feel like I don't have a good memory at all. Anymore. Like I used to be able to remember 4 new songs every week and sing and lead and like know like all that stuff.
I remember that back in the early Destiny days. You were the one that always knew your lyrics.
I always knew my lyrics, dude.
Now our church has little cell phone holders.
We do have cell phone holders. I mean, I'm playing an instrument too, man. This is
different.
I'm just glad if I can play along with the whole band. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I'm excited because the interesting thing too about the medical field, one, I think God gives certain people passions for these areas. Like you can't go put me in a daycare. I love kids, but I don't have a passion to be around children all day, every day. I have a genuine heart for sitting in an operating room and like literally speaking in tongues for 12 hours over like a body that's being worked on and somebody that's believing for a miracle. Obviously you never know what's going to happen. An outcome of an OR room, I know that that's realistic with working in that area, but I feel like I have the compassion and the excitement, but also just like the focus for it and like the skin for being in an OR with surgeons and
you got the husband for it too, girl.
I got a man that supports me. That's very rare.
What would you tell somebody that maybe is looking at doing something not like school, but maybe something like it, like trying something that's scary and different or hard?
Just do it. The time's gonna pass anyway. Like I think about this. We talked about this 2 years ago when we first got here. If I would have started when I started talking about it, I would be graduating right now. The time has still passed and the desire is still there. The thing that God called me to, he didn't stop calling me to it overnight. So that thing is still there. I can't keep asking God what's next when he told me and I didn't do the thing. So I'm looking for something else to do. So I'll just tell you, if you have a passion for something, it's likely because God placed that desire inside of you. He gave you the desire of your heart. And so I would say, chase it. Don't wait. Like you're going to be here wanting this anyway 6 months from now.
That's the thing. The time you spend thinking or overanalyzing or over strategizing could actually be the first steps towards the goal anyways.
Yeah, I agree.
You know? And that's, I think, how we really looked at like what we're doing now, like to kind of go back to our life updates. Like our church we're coming up on 1 year this upcoming month. So we got Atlas has been awesome, growing. Randy's going to school. I got chocolate in my fingernails.
Yum.
It kind of looks like dirt, y'all, but it's chocolate, I swear.
Oh, this is one last thing about the medical stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Is after you graduate and you go into your regular field of study, there is a lot of flexibility in the schedule of somebody who works in the medical field.
Yeah, that's the cool thing too.
410s, 216s.
And in different places. Like you can go work in different states if necessary.
Yeah, so my goal is to pretty much work
cool.
around our area.
Yeah.
Buffalo, Erie, Rochester. It's all towns
Pittsburgh,
within Pittsburgh, Cleveland, all that stuff. So anyway.
It's so cool. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks.
I can't wait to see what happens too. We're going to capture it all for you.
I was thinking about just starting my TikTok around all the stuff that I'm
You
studying
should.
because there's so
That would be
little
cool.
information out there on the field I'm going to.
That would be cool.
So
Like Randy's school. So you got Randy's clothes, Randy's school.
why are you holding me to that Randy's clothes,
podcast.
dog? Why are you holding me to that?
Because isn't that your
Pew,
Instagram
pew,
handle?
pew. What?
Is it Randy's clothes or closet or something?
That was like 3 years ago.
Oh, okay. My bad. That never happened. Okay, Atlas has been great, crazy but great. Randy's going to school. It's gonna be incredible.
You're starting something
Can't
pretty
wait.
exciting in January. I feel like.
What am I starting?
Like, give me an update about church stuff. I feel like you.
Oh yeah, that's what I was getting to.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. Okay, so and then the third thing is our church.
Church.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're coming up to 1 year anniversary of
Yes.
ministry, which is just awesome. And this past week, we actually went and met with the owners of the building that we're buying. And we met with some attorneys, both sides of the agreement, and like actually mapped out the whole thing and like went through a contract. And, you know, we thought we were signing paperwork that day, but whatever, it was a different day.
Fine, it's
Yeah,
fine.
that's
No,
fine.
I think a lot of people think that our building is purchased already. It's not. So if
Oh,
you'd
yeah.
like to give gospelchurch.co/give.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, no, we didn't buy it yet.
No, it's not purchased yet.
We paid off, I think, like 40% of it.
Yep.
So we still have some to knock. High five. We still have some to knock out, but that was a big thing for us. Going to the attorney's office felt, you know, just so like, man, the dream is real. Like not even a year in, and we're doing this. So that's been really cool. And then January, yeah, we're a couple weeks away from the new year. So every week now, I'm gonna start gathering with men on Wednesday nights for like a chosen Bible study.
It's really cool. I think it's really cool because I feel like at Destiny, our home church, we used to do those women's studies.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was always really focused on the women, which was amazing, phenomenal.
Yeah.
My life was changed by it. But I'm just excited to see it with men. Like you're going to be with them every single week.
Yeah.
Men are watching a show, which
And we're watching a show. I think so. The Chosen is a show. It's in its third season now. It's like in theaters. It's like blowing up now. But this guy started it 3 seasons ago. It was fan funded, like crowd funded. So people would pay. You know, they would donate, and then they could fund episodes as they raised them. And just fantastic cinematography, storyline. Everything is biblically accurate in terms of like setting, culture. They tell you like, hey, some things are tweaked, so go read the Bible for yourself.
Good.
But it's just like transformational, the stories and just the way that you see, you know, these stories because it's like Jesus heals a leper and you're like, I know that story, but you're seeing it and it's like as you're watching it, you're experiencing it. So I can't wait to see like all these big burly men and maybe what's going to happen, you know, when we're watching something, because the goal is that we watch it in the church and then I'm going to come up and close and kind of just see what God wants to do there. So that's exciting.
Yeah, it's really cool. When did you
really
first
cool.
watch The Chosen? When it came out?
Yeah, I think like 3 years ago, the first season I caught. So about 2 years ago.
I think it was during COVID, huh?
Yeah.
I feel like I remember you watching it during COVID.
Yeah. It was like on an app when it first came out. You had to watch it on.
Yeah, it is pretty dang good, dude.
Yeah, it's good. And there's women in our church already. They're like, what's the deal?
I know.
So any of the ladies watching, we got you. We're going to get there.
Yeah, we're going to get
I was
there.
thinking like even if we were to do season 2 and make it a co-ed thing.
That'd be awesome.
Like it's a midweek Wednesday night and women are welcome as well. And we're going to watch
Yeah.
a little message. Done.
Give us your feedback in the comments.
Yeah, so that'd be cool. We can't obviously live stream, I don't think, the
No.
Chosen stuff. So
We don't have licensing.
but it's been really cool too, just seeing our live stream, seeing all our content with the church.
Yeah, I think it's been pretty great, dude.
Pretty awesome, dude. Shout out to Jerry and Bree, who were a big part of that. But
Yep.
I think just like, again, when I look back and think from, you know, okay, God, we're going to move to this little town to where we are now, like the production quality and just like the people are counting on it every week to have a great experience. Like, just feels awesome to finally be here.
Yeah, it does.
And it's not even like we're there yet, but just at this place a year ago was like, we'll never get there.
Yeah. It does feel like
And now
that.
it's like, well, we're about to celebrate Christmas Eve this weekend. And
Yeah, we have
hopefully.
I was going to say,
hopefully.
we have a Christmas Eve service planned for Saturday at 5. But we're supposed to have a Arctic what? What are they
I
calling
don't know what
it?
they said. Pull it up. There's this thing out in this part of the country, and we're from Southern California before we moved here, but there's this thing out here. It's like this freezing, falling rain,
Arctic blast.
white stuff called snow. And it's supposed to be an Arctic blast, they said, here in Western New York. So we've had a couple gnarly storms since we've been here. I think we had one last month. Last year we had a pretty bad winter. But there's this tendency that like when the next snow's coming, you have to measure it with the last snow. And this one that's coming is...
Yeah, they record weather.
This is the biggest one.
They record weather, Bill.
I'm not doubting it.
What do you mean measure with the last one? Of course they do.
Hey,
They're going to
listen,
record.
I know, I'm just saying. People are acting like it's going to be the end of the world.
No.
People are acting like it's going to be like 10 feet of snow.
It very well could be. You know, in Hamburg, there was 5 feet.
Yeah, it could be.
Okay.
You're right.
This is very real.
It's very real, but it is going to be a gnarly storm. 60-mile-an-hour winds are supposed to be this weekend, so we canceled rehearsal tonight.
We canceled rehearsal tonight because not even because it's that bad tonight, but because it's going to be so bad tomorrow that we want to give people time to prepare for the storm.
It's more so like you need to go to the store and you need to get some stuff in case you're stuck in your house for the next like 3 days.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, because it'll snow pretty hard. You won't be able to get out.
Yeah, or the winds will just be so bad they'll close.
We're contemplating going to stay with your dad.
Yes. Yeah, because...
At the time of this filming.
Yeah, we're contemplating spending the night for Christmas Eve because we have been stuck in our house before.
Yeah. And it seems like the power on our street goes out more than any other street.
I would agree with that.
All the time.
It's happened multiple times.
Yeah, at least 10 times a year.
That's true.
At least in the wintertime, it happens 5 times, and then maybe not 10, maybe
Scattered.
6.
No, it's definitely multiple times a year.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Scary.
We don't have any battery operated, nothing. We have them foil blankets, though.
Yeah, those are nice. But that's kind of been an update on us and where we're at. I wanted to kind of look back and just kind of like, you know,
okay,
as the year comes to an end, maybe look back at some of our vlogs and just talk about some of our favorite moments that we've had so far, because it's been a pretty awesome year.
Okay, it has been a pretty awesome year. I will agree with that.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, I do.
So what we're gonna do is let's go way back. Let's go way back. How do I get back?
Arctic snow and there'll be no electricity for you.
All right. Well,
Still looks good right now though. Is it raining outside? No.
We got vlog number 29. 8 months ago, we went to Louisiana.
Okay, what are you asking me?
Do you remember that trip?
Oh yeah, yes, that was the trip we almost died on the plane.
Yes, it was. Okay, so we're coming into Louisiana, and the plane is like going up and down.
Yep.
And I think we talked about this on the Manny and Maya sit down, but as we were going up and down, Randy and I are both throwing up in
Barfing.
bags. Yeah, and Joseph and Rochelle were there to pick us up. Well, not Rochelle, but Joseph was. And he's like, let's go to dinner. Let's go hang out. And we were like, bro, we need to lay down.
It was also Rochelle's birthday.
Oh my gosh.
What's the most Rochelle thing?
What's it gonna be?
My gosh, this is...
Oh my god, that is so cute. Where'd you get that knife?
No.
You did that, huh?
No, I got it
Did
on
you really shouldn't have?
No, we got it on
did that?
Etsy.
He loves books too.
No, dude, he's a reader.
And we got you some merch.
You know, I just don't know if the whole, northern weather deal is gonna really work for Addie.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot to grow in that environment. That's ice cold.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she loves
Dude,
it.
I was like gonna go get Cane's last night, and he was like, "Be careful." I was like, "Dog, I drive in blizzards.
Yeah.
This is fine."
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, was that the time?
That was the trip. Yep. It was Rochelle's birthday because we got them.
Birthday's in April. That's when I got her that like crocheted little thingy.
Yeah.
Or not
Because look, here
crocheted.
you are filling out her card last minute.
Dang, dog, why you got me like that?
Exposed.
Exposed.
Yep. Yeah, eventually I want to get this to where it's like connected right there. We
You're
can just
so
bam, bam.
little.
I know. Atlas was so little then.
Okay, yeah, I definitely
Yeah.
remember that.
We lost it. Go back up.
Oh.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, sorry.
Yep.
Sorry.
I got it. You go. Hold on. Hold on,
Producer.
hold on. Yeah, and that's when I preached at a Sub 30 conference.
Yeah.
Ready.
It's gonna be good.
nervous, dude.
I remember you being so nervous.
Bruh. I was so nervous to preach. I
I
was
remember
so
then you went
nervous.
back again too. after
Yep.
that.
Okay, and then we had vlog number 30, Atlas's first birthday party.
And Disneyland.
Yeah. No, that's the intro.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not Disneyland.
Oop.
This is her Blue's Clues birthday party, and then this one we went to South Carolina.
Without her?
Yeah.
Oh my
Her first birthday,
gosh.
and then...
We said, happy birthday, bye-bye.
Yes, yes. Okay, so we're talking some of our favorite moments of 2022. We got to go to art conference. We had Nina fly out,
Yeah.
and
She
that was
stayed
one of my
here.
favorite moments. We had, what, 3 days alone? 4 days alone?
4 days.
That was hard, huh?
What?
Like being away from her?
Yeah,
Or was
but
it?
like the second day, I was like,
Yeah. But we had so much fun, though. Like, and the church we won like a raffle for like 20 grand. Remember, the church got a huge
that was
donation.
huge. That was a really big trip.
Yeah, that was fun time.
It was awesome. We always get to see Pastor Will and Lisette too, which is always really nice.
Yeah, it was great seeing them. It's great. Okay, number 31, my yellow birthday party.
Oh my gosh,
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is 33?
Do we have to have a color for every year? Is this like a
you're
commitment level?
I
or
think
something?
I think you're simple enough that would suffice for a theme, as opposed to saying here's a costume.
Yeah, well, why don't we
and
make
here's-
33 green?
Yeah. See, I thought you were gonna be 32
Yeah.
screen, but I was
Yeah.
highly distracted by the yellow.
Yeah, the yellow was cool. Oh, she's so little.
She reunites with Brave. Where do we go? Or does Brave come here?
No. Oh, remember that? No, we fly over there.
Oh, this is when we fly.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
my
you're
gosh. Talk about the pod.
Huh?
Talk about the little pod that
Oh,
we
man.
I think there's a clip.
Jeez.
What's up, guys? After a very long layover, we are still not done with it. We got to chill for a second in this mom's nursing pod thingy, and we were able to regroup, do all the stuff, relax with Atlas, give her a chance to be left alone. Now we're on our way to Starbucks. We get coffee, go to our gate, possibly sleep on the plane. Lord Jesus.
I remember that. Possibly sleep. That was 6 months ago.
I don't think I slept.
No. That pod was cool, though, because it was like you could take a second. This is us landing in Palm Springs. And then, yeah. Oh, yeah, here's a...
Yeah, it's Bobby. Look how little the boat is.
Like, he starts jumping. It's so cute.
This was really good backing.
The great music,
you chose,
huh?
Yeah. She's such a big girl.
Oh, Manny, I miss you, Manny.
Oh, we miss our friends. I miss them every
Should have
single
been the
day.
Three Brothers show, but it was just me and Ben twice.
Now it's just you.
No, it's not over yet. We're going to get the Ben and Billy's episode 3 up.
Okay, let me ask you
I
about one.
believe. Huntington Beach was a good trip.
That was a great trip.
That was Atlas's first time to the beach. That was this year.
Yeah.
Crazy. That was 2022.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was.
6 months ago. Is that right?
Yeah.
Atlas's first time to the beach was this past summer.
It was definitely not in June, but I think that's when the vlog came
That's when the vlog came out. Yeah, it was probably earlier.
It was in April or May. We went for her birthday.
Oh, it was right after my birthday. Because remember in the previous episode,
Oh,
Yellow, we jumped on a plane. Yeah, that was so cool. Her and Brave going to the beach for the first time. Lee was with us.
Yeah, and then
Fun times.
And then we had her California first birthday party. And
Yes. So our daughter has had 2 first birthdays.
she did. Yes,
It's
I
extra.
released 2. Yeah,
Oh,
she
yeah.
had her first one over here at the Little Imagination place, which was so cool. And then we had and then we did one in Palm Springs in May.
Yeah.
which it was disgustingly hot, and we had a
Yeah.
jump house, and it was just
That was
oof.
a little gnarly.
It was wild. She was dying in
Yeah.
the sun. She was literally melting. She wasn't sick. She just had runny nose and all this stuff because of how hot she was.
Yeah, I feel like when you look at the footage, it's like everybody has like a reddish tint to them.
Their face.
Yeah,
I
like
know.
everybody is so tired and they're just drained from the sun.
Yes, and my family just comes through, dude. Every
Yeah.
single time we do anything, it's so awesome.
Yeah.
All my mom's sisters and stuff, and obviously my grandparents. It's just really cool.
Really fun times too.
Yeah.
It's always cool. Shout out to Pete and Mary. They always throw a great party.
Yeah, and all of our friends were there too. Like
that was
all
cool
of our
too.
California
Yeah,
friends. Most of them. Sorry, if we
like
didn't pick-
yeah, no. I mean, we saw a bunch of people that we haven't seen in a while that came through. That was really awesome.
Yeah.
All right, and then we had this day. So this vlog number 34.
Oh my gosh! Look, Gio.
Yep, Gio was already
Gio
out here.
Cardenas.
Gio Cardenas was here 5 months ago, touring, checking it out. And in this clip, I think I actually tell him, "Hey, you might be here by the time this comes out." Don't you love that, Bree? This is the second Attic and Cellar Days with the Perez's on our vlog. Gio, welcome to Western New York. By the time of this airing, he was probably made it official that he's living here. This airs in July, bro.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I'm gonna be here.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. But we took Atlas to the arcade in this episode, and then we did Dance Dance Revolution.
No, I think the arcade was just us. This is the date we went on.
Oh, this is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
And then, oh my gosh, remember the trip back? All of our luggage was lost. That was the
Yeah.
So I remember this day because that's when we got our luggage back.
Yep. When we came back, yeah, the
From California.
airlines lost our luggage. We've had some bad experiences. You can go and actually catch that vlog. I think it's called Lots of Missed Flights.
Yeah, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Strawberry picking.
That was cool. I can't wait to
Yeah.
do that in summer again.
Yeah. What's your favorite fruit to pick?
Strawberries.
Strawberries?
Well,
I feel like I like blueberries. You know, kind of this little
no,
guy
I
right
like
here.
the
This
strawberries.
don't-
I don't really even eat blueberries, so I'm not really. Oh, Brie looked so cute that day. She was wearing all red because we were going strawberry picking.
Yeah. Oh,
Her
GoPro
vibe was so
footage.
good.
Through the flowers.
Just saying.
Mm.
Look at her. So cute.
So Patrice, shout out to Patrice showing us the spot. Oh, and then we went to the water park in
Oh
this
my
episode too.
gosh.
Waldemir.
Hey guys, what's up? We are on our way to the Waldemir Water Park.
Water park. Been craving a water park for several years. Been talking about.
You have. And this weekend it just happens to work.
Are you gonna go down slides?
I am, if somebody can watch my kid.
We'll have enough hands on deck.
Oh, wow. Waldemir Water Park.
Yeah.
You had a blast. Tell
I love-
us your experience.
I
with
love
the
water parks. First of all, I think every adult needs to have something in their life that they can do where they become childish. And maybe not childish, like don't come at me, but like they can like have fun and play around and be like a kid. Because
Because you're a young person.
yeah, for me, yeah, buy my book. For me, plug. For me, like Disney World was always that. But like going to a water park, yeah, I love going down a water slide.
You do.
We had a great time.
We did.
We had a great time. I remember walking up past the kids that were working the front gate, and I was like, man, I've been craving going to a water park. And he looked at me, he was like, well, not us. And so every slide I went down, I dedicated it to that kid that day.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, oh, Atlas in the water was so cute.
Yeah, she would probably have such a blast. Oh, this year's going to be
She would.
so fun.
Yep. That was definitely a big moment, going to the water park with her.
Evie loved it. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Owen was there. It was everybody.
It was fun. Oh, this girl right here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were up here.
Are you guys vlogging?
She straight up knew right away the game and everything. She said, are y'all vlogging? What's your channel?
She said like and subscribe. That was so sweet.
Yeah, that was sweet. Okay, that was water park. 4th of July, Lake Chautauqua.
Oh, is that what that was? Yeah, that
This one was so fun.
Yeah, that was probably one of the best days of summer.
Yeah, well, we did a couple things. I don't know if it was the best day of summer,
yeah,
but
you got sick.
on that day.
Remember?
Oh,
Threw
on,
up?
yeah, with Ben and Mariah.
On the
Yeah.
boat?
Well, remember, because like the next day we went on the houseboat with Jeff and Colleen.
Oh, that was really good.
Yeah, I
too.
think we were on the water like 3 times.
Yeah, we need to do more this year.
Yeah, but that was so cool. Shout out to Ben and Mariah. We were on their boat, Lake Chautauqua. We drove up the lake and parked in Bemis Point. Went to like a little restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh yeah, you drive the boat up to the dock and you get off, and they'll even serve you in your boat.
Yeah.
It's just a different lake living is different than like.
On now.
You ready to get on the boat? She just woke up from her nap, y'all.
You ready to get in the agua?
The agua? Yeah, agua.
the Capitan.
Lake living is different. Like
Yeah.
we used to go to the beach and stuff and hang out and be like, oh, we could live by the beach. But like people that live by the lake, they just are different.
It's different kind of water experience.
It's a different vibe.
Yeah.
You know, you think it's like tropical. Nah.
No, it's different though.
It's
a different kind
different,
of water
a different feel,
experience.
but it's not like the ocean.
No.
It's a lake.
Yeah, even the it's Lake Chautauqua. Yeah, when you
Lake
live
Chautauqua's
on,
nice. I liked it.
Yeah, but when you live on Lake Erie, it's so big. There's not like in Lake Chautauqua, you can see like end to end on this way, not in length, but this way. And so the water is not as crazy, like all that stuff like that. But Lake Erie is so big, it feels like an ocean.
Yeah.
Because there's waves and all that, like the big natural waves that come with the tide and the currents. The Lake Chautauqua is not like that.
No.
So I think it's different. But yeah, that was really fun.
That was fun.
And then,
5 months ago, man.
This right here was Summertime West New York, but this is Serve Day.
Serve Day. Yeah. That was a huge highlight of our year.
Yeah.
Every year, globally, churches get together and find a way to serve their community. And so each church gets so creative with this, but there's thousands and thousands of churches that do it every year on the same day. And this is our second year doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, before we launched the church, we did a serve day. There was like 10 of us. And we went around and like cleaned up a park and like gave away free money for laundry and stuff. And then and he's inserting the clip here. And then this year it was awesome because we had like 60 people serving. And we were able to do a lot more than just a few projects. We cleaned someone's home. We gave away gas. Remember that?
We filled up gas tanks.
So cool. We were like cleaning and pulling weeds down Dunkirk, you know, just down the street, different parts of the community we were trying to help. We went and visited an elderly home.
Yep. It was really awesome.
It was awesome. Huge highlight. In the vlog too, we actually got some cool footage of people's reactions just to like, we want to bless you.
Yeah, it was
we want to
really
give
cool.
something to you. So that's always really cool to see.
Serve Day 2022, and we're so excited.
I'm sure you see a lot of us wearing green shirts. We're actually from a church, and we're just out here filling up people's tanks.
What's the catch?
No catch.
You're just gonna pay for my gas?
Just gonna pay for your gas.
Are you serious? Never had anything offered.
You've never had anything offered to you. Well, I'm excited that we get to be the first. And we just want to make people smile today, tell them that they're loved. And that's all. So no, we don't want a donation. We want you to feel like you are so loved, Natalie.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you guys again.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I mean, this is a godsend. So.
Yeah. So Father, we thank you right now that this was not just a random moment, but you brought him here on purpose. So I just pray right now a blessing over his life. And I pray right now a restoration to take place in his heart. Whether or not he enters that building doesn't matter. It's knowing that he is loved by you and you have a plan and a purpose for his life. So we
37, we went swimming in the creek.
Yeah,
That was
a
cute.
Regular, that was a regular part.
Yeah, it was a regular day, but it was pretty cute seeing her
was
swimming
cute.
around in there like that.
Then the next video is Gospel Church Co. has a permanent home.
Oh yeah, this is kind of like the story of how we got it.
The building announcement.
Yeah, the building announcement.
The disappointment.
The disappointment. We talked about how we tried to get a loan for our building, and the bank denied us, just saying like it's too soon, and all this stuff. But really cool vlog here. You get the church's reaction at the end, and then you get us walking through the building too.
Waiting for us at the building.
Alrighty, fam. This is unbelievable. I actually came and looked at this when we first moved into town. Where's your shoe? Let's go. Go, 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 go. And we went home Sunday and laid down and, you know, just did our normal Sunday afternoon, thing. And we had told the owners of a building that we were looking at that we got denied. And after church on Sunday, I get a text from the pastor, and he says, I heard you guys got denied. He goes, we just got out of church. My pastor, the board, the people here at our church all got together after church and said, we have to do whatever it takes to get gospel at home. So today, we're here to officially announce we got keys and a contract signed to a building. Y'all, this is for real happening. Like Randy signing stuff. It was
Addie punching me in the eye.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Pretty awesome day.
So cool. That was a huge day for sure.
It's crazy. It's crazy like seeing this clip of us walking through it for the first time, and now like knowing we meet there every week.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's my only fear sometimes about big opportunities being fulfilled, is that it becomes common. What was such a breakthrough and an opportunity you were praying for, if you're not careful, it can easily become something you just get content in. You know, and so for us, like we're like 14 weeks in, and we're trying to keep that same passion, man, that same awe that we have in this clip, walking through the building, like, whoa, I can't believe God did this. Like, I hope we don't lose that.
Yeah, I agree too. I think that's been in the forefront of what we've been saying, even to like the whole congregation. Yeah. About like, we're not going to get used to this. This is not going to be normal for us, that we have a building, that we're less than a year old. Like all that stuff, I think has been a really big deal. Because the first few weeks, it was like the first week was amazing, second week was amazing, then third week it was like, okay, well, there's all these things missing, and this isn't done, and
right,
this isn't finished,
you just easily get into that complaining spirit.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Yes.
County fair.
Fun.
Yeah, that was a cool day. I remember someone paying for our tickets. We were all stressed about money, and then some lady walked up like right when we got out of the car in the parking lot. It was like, "Here, I have free tickets for you."
I thought she was bamboozling us.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Atlas was so sweet, though, at the fair. Oh, gosh. Some of this food, though.
Oh, my gosh. My mom was here. Oh, I miss you, Mom.
Yeah. Funnel cakes. Dear Lord.
Are we going to go through every video?
Huh?
Are we going through every video?
Yeah, we're almost done.
Sorry, you can clip that.
Your sister came and surprised us.
Yeah, but you're skipping far now. Okay, county fair. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, sorry. I thought you were up here.
Okay.
Oh, hello, Bayang. Sorry.
No.
Oh, yeah. Lee came and surprised us.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was crazy.
Yeah. Why?
Oh, my gosh. I did not. There was nothing in my brain that thought she was coming.
Y'all like surprise each other a lot, though, I feel like.
Because we love each other.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes I feel like surprises are just too much pressure, man, to either keep them a surprise or have the right reaction, or someone could walk in right now and they're surprising us. How do we know that Manny and Maya aren't there on the other side of the door right now?
We don't. That's the best part.
I can't live like this. But that was so cool, them coming. I genuinely, my reaction, will play the clip. I didn't even know she was there. Yeah, it was scared me. Yeah, I saw her standing there holding a baby. I was like, dark hair, Mexican girl holding a baby? That's normal around my house. Great, you know? Because there's always someone holding a baby here.
I think like my whole body went into shock. I wanted to cry so bad, and then I realized how many people were around, and I got overwhelmed, and then my body shut down, and then my body opened again, and it was all this adrenaline, and it was crazy.
And then it got better because then Manny came.
Yeah, I did not know Manny was
Yeah, and then Manny surprised us, and that was so cool because we had a good time with them. And we filmed a pod with them.
We did.
Yeah, we talked about life and just different stuff with them, which was cool.
Yeah, that was so those were those back to back because it was Lee surprised us, Manny surprised us, and then we did a pod. Well, we did video, but it didn't come out as we intended.
Yeah.
And we actually did 2 pods back to back because it was the marriage one, and then it was with Lee and Manny.
Yep, that was cool.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yep. Then I went to Portland.
Oh yeah.
Without you guys, I was gone for like a week. Remember, I went to Portland and then Cali.
Yeah, and then Louisiana, and then home.
Yeah. No, Louisiana was a separate trip, I think.
Or you were home for a few days, then Louisiana, then we left Hawaii.
Look, I go to L.A.
Oh, see, L.A., Portland, L.A., Louisiana. Look.
Yeah.
And then we went to Destin, and then we got home, and then we went to Maui.
Shoot, man, we were moving.
This is the back-to-back travel right here.
Yeah, there's a lot. So I preached in Louisiana, which is why I flew out there.
No, we'll start in Portland. Why'd you go to Portland?
We went to Portland. I went to Portland for a pastor's conference at a Bridgetown church, and it's like a network of churches. They're getting together for like practices of Jesus. It was cool. Met a lot of cool people. Connected with some friends I knew that were there, and then honestly, it felt good to just like have some alone time. I think I did some writing. I finished like a bunch of like leadership handbook development stuff. I remember I had been writing a bunch that season.
Yeah, I remember that too.
So that was cool to get away.
Yeah, then you went Portland to LA.
And then from Portland to LA because Gio and Sammy got married.
Yeah.
And we knew that you couldn't go.
Yeah, it was working. It was sad. It was so sad. I was so sad.
It was tough. We knew that we kind of needed her to work that weekend, but she had booked. You booked the gig like 6 months earlier.
No,
too.
I booked it like 1.5 years before.
Yeah. But that was cool to go to their wedding, see all the Destiny fam, see all my Cali people. I got to see there. Love y'all. And then after that, flew straight to Lafayette.
Yep. See, I told you it was back to back to back.
And I love Lafayette. Lafayette's becoming like a second home for us. Like,
yeah.
I love going when I get a chance to go by myself. But then when I get to bring you,
dang.
But I'm just saying, like, when I get to go by myself to like on this trip, it was cool to go preach real quick. And if you could have came, you could have went.
Yeah, I know.
It's not like I'm ever like, all right, I want to go alone.
Yeah.
But it was cool to go like preach, hang out with Joseph, and then leave. And then right after that,
you were home for like 4 days.
Was here.
No, you weren't. No. Remember, you got stuck in the airport.
Yeah.
You flew to come home to fly with me and Addie because you didn't want us to fly alone.
Yeah. What's the thing with airports nowadays? I mean, it just feels like
nobody gives a.
They just don't want you to leave.
WTH.
They don't want you to leave. What's been your worst airport experience this year?
New York City getting stuck at
JFK.
Oh,
yeah.
That was horrible. Horrible.
Yeah, it was a Saturday, and we were flying back from Cali to Fredonia. It was a goal to get here for church in time. And yeah, we made it all the way to JFK, and then I don't even remember what happened, but
all
it was
these
bad.
Cancellations and moving this and moving that, and
yeah. Okay, so I distinctly
we were there 3 days.
Yeah, I distinctly remember trying to get our bags out in the middle of the night, and they were making announcements over the terminal because of short staff. It's going to take an additional 4 hours for us to locate our bags. And yeah, it was just crazy. It was rough, but it was cool though because we had a pre-recorded message for Sunday, and everyone at church thought like it was smooth, like we planned it like that on purpose or something. Just the way it worked. And then I was back for a little bit, and then we went to Florida.
Yeah, then we went to Destin, which was
Destin was
amazing.
awesome.
It was amazing.
It was probably one of the top places I've been to visit. I think I was so shocked that it was so cool.
Well, we got home and then we went to Maui, and then when we got home from Maui, people asked me, what beach did you prefer? And I will 100% till the day I die say Destin.
Yeah, Destin. The water was clear.
Oh my gosh.
Jellyfish
the sand,
though.
Yeah, the jellyfish. Sand though. Yeah, but Hawaii, they got sharks.
Yeah, that's true. Hawaii, they had all kinds of
They got all kinds of stuff
coming at you.
Yeah, Destin's, it's like powder sand. It's crazy.
And we have some like new friends now in Destin. We were connected with a church down there. And stunning. And Joseph connected us, so we were down there hanging with them.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So it was cool.
I love you, Destiny.
Yeah, and Hawaii, of course. Like if you've been keeping up with us, you saw all the vlogs. We dropped 3 vlogs on our Hawaii trip, dude.
Yeah. Well, there was a lot of stuff. We were there for 2 weeks, and we stayed at his family's house.
Yeah, but like if you're like a photographer or a videographer, you know, there's got to be some sort of method to how you capture footage. Because I feel like I'm getting in this mode now where all I do is just capture like everything. And I'm starting to now like try to frame it out in my head before I capture it. Like, oh, I need a shot of this. I need a shot of that. I need a shot of this. Because I mean, I think I had like 1,200 clips from Hawaii that we had to go through.
David Dobrik.
Yeah. And it equated to, though, 3 10-minute vlogs, basically.
Which you probably could make like 4 more.
Probably, yeah. But so cool. So cool to have all 3 of the kids together.
Yeah,
Everly and Brave. Yeah.
That was the last time, I think. Or this
Yeah.
when actually Lee came out recently. It's not surprises, but she came out for a unexpected trip too. And I'm pretty sure that was the last time. It's just gonna be them 3.
Yep.
Because Mariah's gonna give birth soon to Everest.
Yeah. And we have Thanksgiving up. We got some more content coming up as the year comes to an end. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just more inspired, I think, as we get ready for 2023. I'm more inspired to, you know, capture stuff to inspire others. Like the idea of doing some sort of content, whether it's an interview, whether it's a creative video, whether it's like a testimony, someone's story. It's not to say like, oh, check out what we're doing, but it's genuinely meant to be like, this should inspire you to see life in a certain way and see the beauty in life.
Yeah.
You know, what I've always honored and appreciated about you is like, you have this tenacity towards life to just like enjoy it and go after it. And where I'm hesitant, you're like leaning in.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes a conversation between us could help somebody see like, we're not exactly the same.
No.
But together we do pretty good.
I love you.
Yeah, I love you too.
Yeah, I think you're right. I feel like I said this earlier today. We are pretty opposite of each other.
We are.
But I think it's just unique because it's like the things that you need, I got. The things that I need, you got. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think a lot of couples like feel that they need to be exactly like their partner?
I don't think that they feel like they need to. Yeah, I guess. Sorry.
Well, like when we say someone's type, I think we're talking about multiple things. But like, I feel like there's this thing that people think like you have to be with somebody that's just like you, and you have to be exactly the same, share the same interests.
Yeah, I think there are certain people that want their significant other to be more similar to them than different than them. Yeah. But then I think there are people that also search for somebody that's very different than them because they want a different angle on life. You know what I mean?
Sure.
What do you think?
I often tell people it's not really about finding the right person, it's about becoming the right person. That's always like my go-to line with marriage counseling, or when someone's telling me I'm pursuing somebody, I'm always like, well, don't get caught up in too much in who they are yet until you're confident in who you are.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times like we either don't feel, you know, this person's right for us because we're not on the same level, and that's good. You notice that. But don't go looking for the right person until you first become the right person.
Yeah, that's really good.
You know, and I think we've done some stuff on marriage, and maybe that's something we could do a whole episode on. Just talking some of the stuff we've learned.
Oh
some
yeah,
of the things we know.
I think there's people that expect things out of their partner that they can't even offer to their own partner.
Yeah,
which is a whole nother.
Yeah,
it's like you want
me to do something that you yourself is not willing.
You don't
to
even
do.
offer. You can't even offer.
Yeah,
that to
or you're
me.
not even willing to do it.
Yeah,
you know, we put a clip out on my shorts. YouTube shorts, and it was like, is marriage too hard? It got like 3,000 views, and a bunch of people were like, yeah, it's too hard. But one of your main points was, well, if you've never had a healthy marriage, if you've never had a healthy understanding of marriage, of course it's too difficult.
Well, if you're not healthy,
yeah,
it's probably real hard
to have a healthy marriage.
Thank you.
Yeah.
People expect you to have a healthy marriage when you're not even healthy as an individual. So what do you think you're going to produce?
That's what I'm saying. So it can't be, let's evaluate the relationship without me involved. It can't be like, I'm going to evaluate the relationship with just how you're doing. It needs to be like, yeah, but how am I doing? Where am I at with it?
Well, that comes back down to what you said.
Sure.
Am I the right person before I
Am I becoming the right person? Yes.
Before I expect anything out of anybody else.
Yep. Okay, what are some other episodes we could do as we kind of wrap up? What are some things we should talk about in the With the Heathers pod?
I think we should talk about church planting.
Okay.
In a small town. I think that could be a big thing. I think a lot of churches have covered the grounds in the bigger cities in an awesome way.
Yep.
But I definitely think that there is a ginormous amount of revival on its way in small towns.
Yes.
Because I think there are many groups of people in these places that have been overlooked for years that need exactly what some of these healthy, thriving churches in the bigger cities have. So I think that would be a really good topic, is church planting, small town, all of that. I think we could have an episode, I don't know, about our creativity.
I think we should talk about marriage.
Marriage, yeah. Parenting.
I want to talk about marriage, but like from a sense of like healthy boundaries and like best practices and like rules we set in place. You know, like just stuff, especially being like in ministry, like being people who are on platforms that carry influence, that are in the public eye in a small town. Like there's certain rules we have in our marriage where it's like, I don't pick up phone calls from women past a certain part of the day. You know, like I'm not alone in cars with women. Like Randy doesn't do certain things if it's going to put her in a position where someone might look at her funny or something like that. Like I think we genuinely, people don't set boundaries in their marriage. Like they don't talk about those things until they get jealous of them, and then they fight about them, and then they're like, how'd this happen?
Yep. If you make if a lot of times if boundaries or things are created mid-argument, it feels like control to this other the other person. Like now you're just trying to control me because you disliked something, instead of in foundation of your marriage saying in the very beginning or today, right now, before you get into another argument, here are some things I've been thinking about that are important to us. Can we do this together, so that it's not like every time we get into an argument, we're arguing about the same thing, instead of us being on the same page that this shouldn't happen again because we agreed on it.
Right.
I don't know if that made any sense. But
Yeah, it made great sense.
yeah. So
Yeah.
marriage.
Yep. Church planting. What else?
Yeah, I think just a lot of church stuff is stuff that could be covered in our everyday life.
I want to do an episode on date nights.
Yeah.
Like,
I think we could do one on parenting and how we parent Addie. There's things we do and don't do. I think we're a mix of kind of parents. We are gentle parenting, but we're also, I don't know what all the other ones are called, but we don't spank her. If we do, we don't spank her. Yeah. I don't think I think I've done like the flick.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like we are really in tune with her emotionally.
Yeah, I think it's a shame when you see parents that kind of like don't have a connection with their kids. I'm sure it's going to happen eventually as Atlas grows up. She's going to want her space and not want to be around us as much and all that. But it does feel good to know we're raising her with some pretty like non-negotiables, you know, for sure.
So I think we could do parenting.
Yep.
I think we can talk about all kinds of stuff, dude. Just everything that's going on in everyday life.
Yeah.
Talk about our area. Talk about, no.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We'll just put together some sort of like little script each week, you know, so we have some good stuff to go off of, even if it's just the notes. But either way, thanks for rocking with us tonight. If you're still watching,
WTH.
Appreciate you. Hopefully you enjoyed some of these clips that we threw in. Our goal is going to be to film weekly.
Yes.
And to put the content out. And so make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you drop some comments if you want to hear us hit on certain stuff. I do want to do a live stream one time.
Okay.
Like promote it. Be like we're doing a marriage live Q&A and just sit here and read questions and stuff. So we will do a live Q&A one of these nights that we do put content out. But we love you. Those were our favorite moments from 2022. And it's official, y'all. Billy and Randy
WTH podcast
are starting a podcast.
Thank you.
We love you.
We love you.
Gospelchurch.co
/give. Sorry. Yeah. What's our sign out song? Bree called me. Let me just call her real quick. Were you asleep? No, I was finishing. I'm so